Okay, we're live on air, guys. Welcome to Sega Sessions. Sorry for the delay there, a few technical difficulties on my end. Here we are with myself, as usual, and Scott, Sega Saturn Lad, and today we're joined by special guest Shockz16. Hello, Shockz.
Hello!
How's it
I don't
going?
know why I said it in that high pitch voice. Yeah, it's good. You guys?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, long week, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not seen Scott for a long time. Obviously, I've seen you at Blackpool, didn't I? So.
Yeah, that's enough for at least 6 months, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was about. I don't think it was too far off a year ago. I met you. Was it at Play Nation? I think you come down with obviously Daz. I think it was about April time last year. So it must have been a close.
Yeah. Was it last year or was it the year before?
Well, my missus was pregnant, and our little girl's just coming up to 1 now. So.
Oh right, yeah.
I think it would have been like it was last year, but
Alright.
yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Oh,
Yeah, I've never actually met you, Scott, yet, have I?
No. As we were saying the other day, hopefully that's going to change soon, isn't it? So the old London retro market.
Run now,
yeah,
Pete, while you've got time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, most of the things happen up north, don't they? Event-wise.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, a lot of us.
Yeah, so it's good that you know, there's at least something down this way, and I think there's a few people going on the Sunday to the next London market thing.
Yeah, well, I've had a chat with Dale, the retro godfather. He actually asked me if I was going, and so I didn't actually know anything about it until he had said, and I think he's going with Big Rob, Tino 777.
Where's this to? Is this to an actual retro market, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty decent as well by all accounts.
It's every quarter as well, so it's 4 times a year.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go to like the last.
Where's that been?
It's Russell Square in town, in London.
Oh right, yeah.
Not far from like the city of London, so.
It's like an hour away on the train, or like 45 minutes from me. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I went to the one in Leeds. That was alright.
Well, I had a look on the train, and it literally is about half an hour from where I work. So
yeah,
I've taken half a day and pop down there in the day, and I can head back to work for the evening. And,
well, that's decent.
Yeah, so not too bad. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be good.
We've got a couple of comments. We've got a few people watching. We've got 4 viewers. So Paul C says, "Woo, he'll be at the next London one." So there's someone else going. Paul, which is awesome. And Lee Retro Gamer Addict says, "All right, boys, this better be good as you are keeping me away from Uncharted 4. No pressure." So
well,
can we compete with Nathan Drake? That's the question.
Saying about that, I've picked up Uncharted 1.
Oh yeah.
A couple of months ago. It's the first time I've ever played it.
Cracking game, that.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's
that's the only one in the series that I've played.
I've played the first 3. I loved the first one. It was the first game on the PS3 because it was quite an early release, and it was the first game I saw that made me go wow, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the second one I think's the best. Really good story.
Yeah, I'm good. I own all. The first 3, but I've only played the first one so far.
TNT Live says, "Donde está los correos?" Which I think means where is the post office? So I'm not quite sure who wrote that. Maybe that's Gross. Or where are the letters? It's something to do with.
Did you translate that, or do you actually speak the language?
So, oh no, I actually speak it.
Oh, there you go then. There we go. So
what
was that? Was that Spanish?
It's Spanish, yeah.
There we go then.
Let's
just do the whole cast in Spanish.
Yeah, okay. Bienvenido a Sega Sessions, absolutamente fantástico live stream. No, let's not do it in Spanish.
El Renegado.
Scorchio.
Yeah, and what? Oh, he said, I knew you would know, so I think it is Grass, yeah. So presumably it does mean where is the post office? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm off there on Friday, Spain, actually, just for 4 days. That'll be nice.
I thought you meant the post office then.
I'm sure they'll have one there I can visit.
What part of Spain is it, Pete?
I'm not sure, but it's south because a friend of mine's dad's got a place there that we're just staying in. So I'm not even sure where it is.
South Spain.
It's not far from where I normally go on holiday, which is a place called Nerja, which is like south coast. It's about an hour east of Malaga. So if you've ever been to Malaga, it's awful shithole.
One of my friends, he lived in Malaga for 5 years, and so he's always flying over there because I think his dad still lives over there. But I mean, last time I went to Spain was about 5 years ago, and went to Barcelona.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a nice city. It's just obviously everyone goes on about the pickpocketing there and the Romanians, and apparently it's just it's so rife over there. It's like the law is just saying if they catch anyone pickpocketing, it's like a slap on the wrist, don't do it again, and they fuck off and go and do it again.
Yeah.
So it's just,
we got Paul C saying El Diablo, which means the devil. I'm not sure who he's referring to there. Tootie says all your bases belong to us. Nice.
All your bases.
TNT Live. Here we go. He's given away his identity because he said "Mi perro se llamo Picano Frank," which means my dog is called Little Frank. So it's definitely Bryce. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he speak it? I bet you any money he's using Google Translate.
It definitely is. Yeah. Okay, he spelled Sayamo one word though, and it should be 2 words. So maybe he isn't.
What was that one that you used to be able to get? Was it Babblefish or something like that?
What's that? Is that a translation thing?
Yeah, like a foreign translator thing. It used to be called Babblefish Translator or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like something off the Hitchhiker's Guide to a Galaxy or something like that. So.
Well, they're saying now that they're only a few years from having the earpieces which will translate in real time. So like any language barriers are going to be sort of gone in a few years.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's like something Star Trek, though, ain't it? Really?
Yeah.
But I can put it in when I'm watching like foreign cinema films, I can't.
Yeah, that's awesome, actually. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like when you're watching a foreign film, you just put that in, and it'll be translating it to you in real time. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's decent.
Or you could play like your Japanese import games and if they have speech.
Yeah. If they have speech, yeah, you could actually. Nice. Nice. At least we've brought it around to being related to games, because we are waffling here a bit, aren't we? So yeah, I think speak about the Sega Saturn a little bit today, because obviously you're both huge Saturn fans.
I don't even like it.
Do you know what? It's shit, isn't it?
No, shit. I'm a PlayStation fanboy.
Oh yeah. You really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean I had a PlayStation back in the day. I never had a Saturn. So only.
Oh, didn't you?
Saturn, no, I never like to the point where I never even saw one or played one. No one I know has ever had one. So the first time I ever played the Saturn was probably like 6-7 years ago when I started properly collecting, and I bought one. So fairly recent.
I think it's like the Wii U is now. It's like if you go into game, you go Xbox one side and PlayStation the other. It's like, well, if you don't know what the Wii U is, you wouldn't have a clue what it was, really, would you? You wouldn't even know it was stocked in there, really. But
yeah.
Getting quite heavily into Japanese stuff. That seems to be where most of the decent titles are.
Mm.
I mean, I know you collect. You're going for a full PAL set, which you're not far off of, obviously.
Yeah.
What are you, like 10 off?
15.
15, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But are you kind of into the Japanese stuff?
Yeah, I like I don't really know what some of the good games are though, because I can't translate the text, so I don't know what they actually are. Yeah. I'll pick up a Japanese game and I'll look at it and I think, oh, the cover art on that's really good. But is it like an RPG or something? Because if it is, then I'm not going to be able to understand it, am I, and stuff like that. So yeah, I always end up putting them back down and just going for like the ones that I know. If they have, because I know they have like English translation, don't they, on the spine sometimes? So.
Yeah, on one side sometimes, but not always.
Yeah.
That's like the Dreamcast. They have English on one side and Japanese on the other side. All of them.
They do normally. They do that on Saturn stuff, though, don't they? One side tends to be English, one side Japanese.
Not always. I've got quite a few, and they're all Japanese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going to say, especially if you pick up the big boxes, they're all in Japanese. I find.
Yeah, so. yeah. Like the 4 meg stuff.
Yeah.
I think with the Japanese Saturn stuff, it tends to be it tends to be shooters more than anything that seems to hold the value, because obviously they're universal sort of games that anyone can play, and they seem to be the ones that people seem to aim for more so than any other type of game, really. I mean, obviously you've got the fighters, like the Capcom stuff, Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the Saturn, and I mean, as far as I'm aware, I reckon that's probably one of, if not the most expensive fighting games in the Japanese region you can probably get.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I know you can get Final Fight. Was it Final Fight Revenge? And it's a really shitty game on the Saturn, but that's the other one that stands out as being really, really over £100. I think even the loose, just the copy of Street Fighter Alpha 3, the disc, can go for 80, 90 quid. I mean, I've got the main cart. And
for a loose disc? Jesus.
Yeah, as in, they sometimes will launch just the discs by themselves, or they'll do it with the RAM carts as well.
Yeah.
So the RAM cart ones tend to go for a bit more, but...
yeah, I'm quite jealous of your RAM pack, because I do kind of collect those, the nice ones, and that's kind of priced me out, because I've got it on the Dreamcast, and I'm not that much of a stickler that I've got it on the bar top as well. I'm not that much of a stickler that I'm going to fork out for it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I opted for the Dreamcast version of it as well. So.
Yeah. I mean, I know people are like, oh, it's the definitive version, but I don't play it enough or care enough to give a shit about that, really. I mean, I'm not going to notice, am I?
Saturn is the definitive version, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
weirdly, yeah.
Yeah, apparently the Dreamcast was a conversion of the PlayStation one.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that, I mean, like I say, I'm no expert. I think there's more frames of animation in the Dreamcast one, or in the Saturn one.
Yeah, something like that. I heard.
Yeah, like you say, you have to be really anal to sort of pick at it, really, because I think when you play one Street Fighter, they do tend to just all play very, very similar to each other, really, don't they?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Who else we got in the comments? We have Lee Retro Gamer Addict saying the number of people that shit in the sea in Barcelona is ridiculous. Wasn't aware that was an issue.
Just the refugees on their way over, is
it? He also says he's never... Sorry, go on.
Like Kevin and Perry Go Large, where he takes one in it. It comes floating towards him. Have you seen it?
I have seen it back in the day, yeah.
I was thinking more the In-Betweeners too, when he takes the voice.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say I've ever seen any In-Betweeners film, because I hate the In-Betweeners. Oh my god.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. Mate.
You don't find toilet humour?
No, I think I would have found it funny when I was 14. But not now.
Did you get that thing I sent you then, Pete?
Yeah, I actually, when I saw the picture, I was very disappointed in you that it was an In-Betweeners picture.
Friends!
I nearly cancelled this stream and cut full contact. Yeah. Retro Gamer Addict Lee is also saying he has never played a Saturn, which is shocking.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
I find that I'm going to call him out now, and I think it's an absolute disgrace and controversial to call him out, but I'm not going to upset him because he's a lump. Big Rob, 2near777. I think the Saturn is the console designed for him, but he doesn't own one. He loves fighting games. He loves 2D games.
Yeah.
And you say the Saturn is the console to go for, but he doesn't own one.
It's funny actually, because he was
more into his side scrollers though, like side scrolling beat 'em ups, isn't he?
No, he likes fighters as well. I think he does like fighters because he's put me onto a few on the PS3.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, I've seen that. Yeah.
But yeah, in fact, you know what he put me onto as well was Dragon's Crown, which is actually kind of a sequel or in the same series as Princess Crown on the Saturn, which I recently picked up, Japanese. So you know, those games are there, and Dungeons and Dragons he'd love. You know, that's side-scrolling beat 'em up. There are a few, you know. Guardian Heroes, yeah, sure. That Niketsu or Yamako or Rival Families or whatever it's called. Yeah, I mean, like you say, I'm surprised at that. I didn't realise he didn't own one because it is right up his street, frankly.
Yeah, more so than any other console, I reckon. I mean, I've sort of like been banging on at him for a while without picking up a Saturn, and he just sort of like laughs it off. But I think Rob's.
And they're not that expensive, really, are they, to pick up either? So.
I think you could get that box one for about 30 quid, really, couldn't you? Really.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you know what I mean? It's not like the most expensive console to pick up, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think getting decent games is the hard part, or maybe just get, if you're strapped, just get a flashed action replay and just copy them.
Yeah.
Job done. Because I think it's quite hard to emulate, isn't it, the Saturn?
Apparently so, yeah.
I don't think it runs smoothly. I think you can get emulators for it, but they're very sketchy, aren't they?
I'd imagine it's due to the confusing sort of hardware configuration. Which, you know, which was detrimental to actually developing games for it, but.
Yeah, they say that's partially the reason why they don't really port many Saturn games to other systems. That's why they're saying. I know they say Panzer Dragoon Saga is. I'm no developer or anything, but they say like the code for it is lost. They also say
apparently like the master code or something.
Yeah, but they're saying that effectively to get Panzer Dragoon Saga to another system, it would need to be effectively rebuilt as like a brand new game and just follow the story arc of it. But whereas actually getting like the game to run on another system, they can't do it anymore. And I think that's why partially its value is so much.
Yeah, and they didn't make many.
I think it was like 25,000 for Europe or something silly.
Yeah, something like that.
But it's not. I think this is what. It's not a rare game because you can go. You know, there's loads of copies on eBay. You can go and buy.
Oh yeah, if you type it in, loads of them would come up. It's just if you're willing to pay that price, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like you know, when you think of a. I mean, I can't really think of a specific rare game, but you know, you get games that might not necessarily be worth more than 30 quid, but they literally don't pop up on eBay. You know, some vague PS2 games don't pop up on eBay for months and months and months. That's a rare game.
Yeah.
I don't think Panzer Dragoon Saga is a rare game as such. I think it's just expensive.
Speaking of rare games, I mean, it's sort of rare, but have you heard of that limited run games?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I managed to get Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, for the PS4. Nice. It just fucks me off how many people buy them up and they're just straight on eBay for like 100 quid and it's like, fuck off.
It's like, what's the other one? Retro City Rampage?
Yeah, and I want that, but like...
On the Vita? No. Yeah, Vita or PS4. And it's just... I mean, literally, they get... This is another topic that grinds my gears, but it's these game graders. I think that's the load of nonsense. I mean, what gives someone the right?
What those that put them in a plastic case and then give them
the pricks, mate.
What authority do you have to grade a game? You know, that game's come from the factory, it's sealed, it's brand new, and you give it 90%.
I know.
I'm going to say, who is it who actually grades it?
Some cunt, I don't know.
Literally, it is some cunt.
Yeah. It's going to say, like some kind of actual governing body of game grading, is it? It's
no,
like
it's some cunt who's laughing all the way to the bank, mate. Because all he does is put them in a little box.
They're going to say, I'll put your games in a box if you want and grade it for you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the actual boxes, you get them in those solid boxes. You can buy them for like cheap. Just stick one in there. Do you need a number on it and pay like 25 quid to have it graded?
Like a hologram or something on it.
Yeah, those people fuck me off. Like, oh, I bought 10 copies of this really limited game from limited run games, and so I've deprived 10 people who actually want to play it of the game, and I'm going to put them in plastic boxes, and then I'm going to put a photo up on Facebook on one of the cunt pages, not mentioning any names, saying, "Oh, look, I've got 10 of these perfectly mint in a little plastic box because I'm a fucking prick," and they think the fact that they're a prick is something to show off about.
Yeah,
that's what annoys me.
I had a row with. I wouldn't say a row, but this fella on the Wii U UK collectors group on Facebook, and he had a boxed Hyrule Warriors with the scarf, all sealed in one of these ridiculous game grading cases.
Yeah.
He wanted 1,500 quid for it, and it was like, are you an absolute giggle, mate?
So that plastic casing has added all that extra money, has it then?
Well, apparently so. But the game was sealed. I mean, the Hyrule Warriors, the big box set, is like the most expensive, or it seems to be the most expensive big box Wii U game. Not including, I think the Wind Waker one tends to go for a bit more, but that can go for about the £130 to £160 mark with the scarf.
What, sealed?
Yeah, with the game sealed. But the actual box doesn't come sealed.
Oh, right.
It's only the DVD case that comes sealed. So
if I bought that for 150 quid, say,
yeah,
and it cost me, I don't know, it costs extra to do big stuff, but let's say even if it costs you 50 quid to get it graded, that's 200 quid. And I can go and buy that and do that now. Why would I pay someone else 1,500?
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's like,
sense.
Yeah, that's the point. How much did they actually charge for this grading as well then? Do you know?
It's quite low. It's like, I think for like a normal game it's something like 25 quid. I mean, it's been years since I looked, but...
Just to put it in a plastic case and put a sticker on it.
Yeah.
It's an American thing though, isn't it, I think? Like, I think you have to send your game off to the US.
Well, no, there's different ones now. There's a UK one, and some people are like, oh, the one's better than the other. It's like, no, they're all just fucking putting them in a box for you.
Yeah. It's like, how can you grade something that, well, it's like, well, if Nintendo think that is of a factory standard to sell it brand new, and you're saying, no, that's 90%.
I'm going to say, surely it should be 100%, shouldn't it?
Well, yeah. Yeah. It's just bollocks. It's absolute fucking bollocks.
We've been joined by Matt Metropolis, who says hi, and Tom King Arthur.
Yep.
Oh, you're right. Tom.
Matt never owned a Saturn, but his friend had one, which he was lucky. Yes, I mean, people obviously had friends with him, unlike me.
Scott, did you have one back in day?
Yeah, I bought one, not at launch, about a year or so after.
Yeah, I got mine not too long after launch.
Yeah, I bought mine, I remember this because I was 15 when Princess Diana died. And that was the year I bought the Saturn. That's the only reason. I've still got my original Saturn now because I remember playing Tomb Raider on it.
So was that like 97 then, was it? Something?
Yeah, it must. I think it was 2 years after it came out. If it was 95, and I remember playing Tomb Raider, and it was late at night, about 4 o'clock in the morning. I switched it off, went to bed, and stuck on the TV, and it was all the news that she had that car crash. And yeah, that just sort of that's how I just know that when I bought the Saturn, really. But yeah, they were never very popular at school. I remember that. And
no, they weren't.
If you had a Saturn, you were like some sort of leper, to be honest.
Nothing's changed there then.
Well, but it was like, you know, everyone had Mega Drives and SNESes, and then within like a year, everyone had just gone to the PlayStation.
Yeah. Right. I actually remember like trying to defend it really badly in the Saturn.
Yeah.
just trying to make out that the PlayStation wasn't the system to go for, and obviously it was.
Well,
we know that now.
I remember going to my mates, and he had a Saturn and a PlayStation. He was a bit of a rich kid.
Yeah, that's one of them, isn't
it? He enjoyed the PlayStation more, and we were playing Porsche Challenge. And obviously you look at like the texture models of that Porsche, and then you go to something like Sega Rally, and it's like, it looks fucking awful.
Yeah.
And like, you can't, I mean, don't get me wrong, Sega Rally's a great game and Porsche Challenge isn't, but graphically, I mean, the PlayStation ticked all the right boxes, and I think that was that was the Saturn's biggest downfall. Really, they couldn't really compete.
To be fair though, I like Porsche Challenge.
I think the fact you can only get one car in it kind of limits it a little bit.
Yeah. Porsche
but it's funny, like, looking back on the Saturn now, it's aged so much better than most of the PlayStation games because, you know, 2D is better than 3D. But at the time, obviously, you want the latest thing, and kind of 3D was the new thing. So, you know, you wanted. I mean, you went to the arcades and you saw these games in 3D, like wow, and you wanted that at home, didn't you? So, yeah. Dan Central's here. Colossal Vids. Dan, hello, Dan.
Oh.
A few guys chatting about. You are.
Not him. Not that one.
Yeah.
Not that one.
Kenny Haslam from Galaxy Sega's here. Kenny was at Blackpool, but I didn't actually bump into him. Sadly, I did keep an eye out for him. He got his Saturn at launch. His mum paid 400 quid for it.
400 quid. Bloody hell.
Blimey.
Yeah, you kind of forget how much things was back in the day, don't you?
I know. When you factor that into inflation, it's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I remember doing a deal with my parents. They paid for half of it. I had to raise money to buy half of it, like, and then they was going to pay the other half. But I think obviously they ended up paying more than half in the end. But that's how I got mine. Because yeah, I can remember them being quite expensive, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think it's like the only consoles I remember being like quite cheap was the GameCube was quite cheap at launch. I remember that being like really affordable, but other than that, it's like a struggle, wasn't it? Getting enough money together for a console.
Yeah, it's like the PlayStation 2. That was quite expensive as well, weren't it, when that came out?
Yeah, that was quite a few hundred quid, wasn't it?
And I ended up paying about an extra 100 quid for mine because I got it out of the catalogue.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so like you can pay in instalments, but obviously it costs you a lot more, don't it?
Yeah, they rinse you, don't they? Like payday loans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got into that, thankfully. I did get into huge credit card and loan debt, but I never bought anything from a catalogue. Oh shit.
So you should have gone for the catalogue instead.
Yeah, I should have, yeah. Yeah, when I was about 18, 19, I started getting like loads of loans and credit cards and stuff, and quickly racked up about 20 grand.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah. So when I met the missus, when did I meet the missus? I think it was 7 years ago in February. So I was 20 grand in debt then. And then, yeah, I mean, I paid it off quite a few years ago now, but it was like a struggle paying off that much every month.
Jesus Christ, mate. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, what a prick. And got fuck all show for it because I fucking drank it and smoked it, you know? Most of it. Yeah. Fuck me. Jesus.
Yeah, but at least you've lived, haven't you?
Kenny Haslam saying Dreamcast wasn't too bad. He reckons it was about 200 quid. Can anyone remember? Scott, you got a Dreamcast on launch, didn't you?
I actually got one before launch, to be honest.
You cheeky bastard! How'd you manage that?
Oh,
you worked for Game, didn't you?
Yeah, but it wasn't through that. It was effectively I got one about a week before launch, off of the back of a lorry, basically.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it fell off, did it?
Yeah, I was just happy to be there to catch it. But I remember logging into the Dream Arena, and it was just full of like Sega testers, and I've got all my details logged.
It's full of Sega testers and thieving cunts.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
That's
I
awesome.
really enjoyed the Dreamcast. That was a cracking system, but it was a shame because obviously when they killed it off, but you know.
Yeah, that was a good time. Like I just moved out of home, my parents' house for the first time, and my flatmate had a Dreamcast, and I had a PS2, and we had a Mega Drive, and like, do you know what I remember about those days? Whenever I think back, you know, there's a lot I don't remember because it was kind of crazy, you know.
The good times.
Yeah, you just moved out of your parents' house and you got all this freedom, so obviously you're going to go wild. But I remember we had like when I lived at my parents' house, I had this you know, like a little hi-fi sort of mini system.
Yeah.
And I got it when I was like 13, so I'd had it like 5-6 years, and I thought, right, when I move out, I'm going to get myself a proper sound system. And I spent like a shitload of money on this proper sound system, right? Like 700 quid amp and like fatty speakers, and we just plugged in the Mega Drive to these speakers, and I remember playing Live 95 on like booming speakers, and it was awesome. Oh shit!
They were the days.
Yeah, good times.
I mean, I remember saying, did anyone watch Daz Cahoni Steloro's latest video?
What, this Commodore 64 one?
Yeah, the Blackpool one.
Yeah, the Blackpool one.
And he was talking about, obviously, Super LS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he made a good point where he spoke about Game Station. And I'm talking about, obviously, the original Game Station before Game bought them and fucked them up.
Yeah.
And he said, obviously, you could pick up, like, you know, these 4 Japanese Mega Drive games for 15 quid. And I find it amusing when you see Game Station stickers still on retro stuff. I mean, I picked up a Mario Kart from eBay a couple of weeks ago, just an unboxed one. But it was 30 quid, just an unboxed Mario Kart for the SNES.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one on there, and it had a Game Station sticker on for $2.99, and it was like,
yeah.
Fucking hell, that was only 10 years ago. They were selling that unboxed for $2.99, and now people paying 30 quid for it.
I know.
It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous how some...
You see them a lot on like Nintendo 64 stuff, don't you? Because it was kind of that era.
Yeah. But they used to do their own retro stuff. I mean, I picked up a box NES from Game Station 10 years ago for 30 quid.
Wow.
It was really nice condition as well. I mean, I sold it a couple of months after, but it's fucking hell, like, sure. You can't predict the future, but...
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Yeah, I used to love Game Station like that. I don't know if yours was the same, but the one in Nottingham, it used to, like, bottom floor was current, and then top floor was all retro. So.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucking awesome.
Pete, this is...
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Did you ever go to the original CEX in London, off of Oxford Street, like the first CEX, the first ever CEX?
Oh yeah, I'd imagine so. Yeah.
I can just remember that being advertised in the back of like gaming magazines.
But it was more touted as Computer Exchange, though, wasn't it? Rather than CEX originally.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
There was 2 floors. There was downstairs, which was all retro, and upstairs, which was all modern. And then obviously they started, franchising their brand out, and
yeah, now it's like just cash converter kind of,
that's
isn't it?
the original CEX.
I remember, like, when did eBay start? Was that like 2004 or something?
Yeah, I think I've had my eBay account since 2004, so yeah.
Because I remember, like, when eBay first started, and I was going to all the boot sales, and I used to buy and sell like toys, like action figures. And make quite a bit of money on that. Pay off some of my fucking debt. Anyway, and I used to go, and I remember, like, there'd be like one stall with a guy with literally like 200 Mega Drive games, and like nobody buying them for like a pittance. And every charity shop I went into, there was Mega Drive games. And then, like you're saying, Game Station, they always had Dreamcast stuff, and it's just, hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? But you just kind of walk past them.
It does make you think. I mean, have we not learned from our attitudes? And people dismiss PS2 stuff now. You go into a fucking charity store, you see PS2 stuff, and it's like you'd have SNES and Mega Drive stuff 15 years ago. It's like, aren't we just still making the same mistakes that we made? 15 years?
Well, I guess there's so much larger volume now. That's the issue. Because you have to remember, like, when we were younger, gaming wasn't like mainstream, for want of a better word, whereas it is now.
Oh yeah, I blame YouTube for that.
Do you?
Yeah, I reckon the booming like YouTubers and collectors, I reckon that's brought more people into the collecting game. I do.
Yeah.
When it comes to video games,
I think that is the that's the fish food that brings the fish to the surface, ain't it? Like YouTube, it just seems to be that, you know, obviously PewDiePie, you know, he's a gamer, isn't he? He's the biggest YouTuber out there. You know, but it's all reflective of that, I think, really.
Yeah, Kenny Haslam saying he thinks it's the internet that's fucked it up, which is probably true actually. Since like eBay starting and people going, oh, this stuff's actually worth money.
Yeah,
and then people slowly. I think people.
I can remember like looking at SNES games and Mega Drive games though. Do you know when eBay first started and you could get them for like you could like win 99p auction on SNES games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, could you imagine winning I don't know, just like a mid-range game for 99p now? Not even car owner.
Yeah.
Nice, isn't it? Mad.
That's why I think when people start rambling on about there's going to be a crash, I think it's just nonsense, to be honest. I think, why would there be a crash? I mean, like, you know, if the demand is there,
exactly. As long as people are buying it.
Yeah. People are not going to all of a sudden think in mass, you know, millions of people are not going to think in mass, oh, sod this, I'm not playing these prices anymore, then all of a sudden the price is going to drop. You know, it's not like, it's not a currency you're trading in, it's just gains, you know.
Well, I don't know, I think, I mean, I'm no economist or anything, but the rate that they're going up can't continue. Because it's not like housing constantly going up because people have to live in houses, but people don't have to. It's not a necessity, is it? Buying games. I don't know. I don't think it can continue. I mean, like, when did I finish my Dreamcast set? Like October, November. Look at the prices on them now. It's fucking nuts. I could probably double my money if I sold up now.
I could probably literally could probably triple mine.
It's nuts, isn't it? And that's in like 6 months.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's shocking. I can't believe like sometimes people selling games, and I'm like, that's a fucking rip-off. And then I look up the going rate on eBay. Like there's 2 Street Fighter, not Alpha, but the other 2 Street Fighters. So Third Strike and Double Impact, right?
Yeah.
Seen the fucking prices of those now. I've seen them selling for like almost £100 now, some of them on eBay, and it's like
that
was like £40 6 months ago. Fucked up.
I think, for example, take the SNES and Mega Drive. I think they've sort of plateaued. I can't see SNES and Mega Drive getting any more expensive. I think because the people that have grown up with them as kids, so, you know, they're adults now. I think what you'll find is as each generation goes on, it will decrease and then it will go up in value. It's like, you know, take, I don't know, say the DS and PSP, for example. You know, they're dirt cheap at the moment. Who's to say in 10 years or so, when youngsters that were playing them 5 years ago have got their own jobs, they want to source the games out, they can't get hold of them anymore. You know, then I think, but whereas I don't think something like a SNES value, I don't think the SNES games will reach any more value.
Yeah, well, there's always a peak.
I think other generations will go up.
Yeah.
Do you think like the Nintendo Wii will be the next one?
Maybe.
Seems unloved though, doesn't
it? They're like dirt cheap, aren't they? But
yeah, because like GameCubes seems to be, you know, kind of. Sure, and Xbox actually, original Xbox, people seem to be getting into that, because I think if you look at like, so we're looking at around like year 2000. So let's say you were 10 years old and you had a PlayStation 2. So 16 years later, you're now 26. You've got some disposable income, you've got some cash, and you think, oh, because everyone was so mad on PS2, I kind of missed out on the GameCube or a lot of these Xbox, so now everybody's sort of going back to those. And there's always a peak when you know you add on those years from say like early teens or 10 years old when people had these consoles. So like you're saying with the DS, if people had DSs when they were like 10 years old, and then when they get to like 30 and they've got cash, then those, you know, that's going to be the peak prices for that console.
Yeah, I think the Xbox is quite an unloved system, isn't it, really, at the moment? But
I don't know, it's interesting to be going up in the last year or so, the original
a lot more people seem to be buying them, I've noticed, yeah.
And it didn't really sell that much more than the Cube, did it, really? I don't even think it did, really. You know, they were both around 20 million console sales. So, you know, the stock is not huge on both systems, really. But I'm pretty sure that will go up in value at some point.
Oh, Kenny's saying he picked up recently Double Impact Mint for 30 quid on Amazon. So there you go, they are out. The bargains are out there.
Right.
Double Impact.
I'm currently in a raffle.
Double Impact, funnily enough, like, at least when I was going for the full set, always seemed to go slightly more than Third Strike, despite it being the worst of the two.
I'm currently in a raffle for Third Strike. So
Oh yeah, Michael Allman's raffle. Yeah.
Never really got with Street Fighter 3. It didn't have the sort of flow of Street Fighter 2 or Alpha. I've always found.
I'll tell you what, it's great to watch.
I've never played it.
Haven't you?
Street Fighter 3.
No, I've never played it. Oh, so that's why I'm bidding on it. Well, that's why I'm in this raffle.
Yeah, the animation is really nice on it. Looks nice. It's literally like hand drawn.
Has it got kind of like the Alpha feel to it?
A little bit.
No.
I think it has a little bit visually.
I think it's more detailed than Alpha.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It hasn't got more sort of, it's more of a I think Alpha's quite like a younger anime sort of audience look to it, like obviously if you like your Japanese cartoons, it looks like more like a kiddie, like Pokemon type anime, whereas Street Fighter 3's got much more sort of mature look to it, I found.
Oh right.
Yeah. It's great to watch on YouTube. Have you ever seen any of the tournaments with Street Fighter Third Strike?
Yeah, those guys are immense, ain't they?
That is fucking nuts, man. Like that Daigo versus Wong, the famous one. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
You know, they're like this Justin Wong and this Daigo guy are like two of the most famous sort of Street Fighter tournament guys. Huh?
The black guy, one of them.
I think they're American Asian or whatever. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think one of them is black. No. But yeah, there's this bit where one of the guys is just getting rinsed, and you know, basically in Street Fighter 3 they introduced parrying, didn't they?
Mm.
And so you can parry attacks, and this guy does like the 100 kick thing with Chun-Li, and the other guy's parrying every single kick like so fast, and it's just amazing, and then he parries them all, and then he goes back with his super move and he wins, and it's just the best fucking video. anyone watching this stream, or you guys after this, go and type in Daigo versus Wong on YouTube, because it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, I'll be watching that later myself.
Yeah, so Shockz, let's talk the Friday Night Fight. Was it season 3? Season 4?
Well, the last one was season 3, yeah.
Alright, season 4. When's it coming back then?
Sometime soon.
Sometime soon.
I can't put a date on it. I can't put a date on it. I keep thinking that I'm going to bring it back in like a couple of weeks, and then I find out that I've got like other videos I want to make first, and then so I'm just going to try and get everything out of the way first, and then I can bring it back and do it again, because once I'm doing it, it's kind of
we should say as well to the greater audience that this is the original Friday Night Fight.
Oh yes, because it's now been copied, hasn't it?
No, you should trademark that, mate.
Yeah.
Is there any games that you've got in your mind that you're going to have on the season 4?
What I normally do is before I start a series, I actually like shortlist 12 games for it, so I kind of know like every single game that I've got, but I always have a few backups just in case I have a problem. Like on the last season I was going to play King of Fighters on the Saturn, but the RAM cart wouldn't work, for some reason. So obviously you can't play it without RAM card, can you? So I had to think fast and get like a backup game ready for it.
So if you win this
that's
raffle,
kind of how I do it.
If you win the raffle, is Street Fighter 3 a possible contender?
Probably not, no, because I've nearly sorted all the games out that I want to put in Season 4. So.
I still think we should have some side-scrolling beat-ups, or at least one, as a sort of detour.
That's not what the series is about, though. It's like what it is.
You won that Hyperstone Heist, didn't you? As well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's another expensive one
good game,
as well.
Yeah.
Looking
Speaking of sort of
buying it, and then I saw the price, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, it's a lot to justify, isn't it?
Well, Turtles in Time on the SNES is even more, isn't it? It's
oh god, yeah.
150 quid, that really, isn't it? Box, maybe even 200 if it's complete.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, one thing that seems to be an issue at the moment, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but just regarding prices and stuff, is that a lot of people seem to be overpaying for stuff because, oh, I want it now, I'm going to buy this, and they overpay, and then a month later they realise, fuck me, I haven't fed the kids, and they, they then try and sell them on, but they want to make profit on the amount that they've already overpaid for, and then so you've got two jumps in price there, and these people, I think, are just driving prices up falsely. Dicks. I was sort of toying with the idea of having a moan on my channel about this, actually.
Do you want to use rants again?
Yeah, I might, because it really does annoy me. I'm not gonna get wound up now, but I think that these people who claim they're collectors, but they're actually just like, what are they? They're like photographers. They get their stuff in, they take pictures of them so they can get some Facebook likes, and then they just move it on, and then they buy some other shit, and they're trying to make profit while doing it, and it's just driving the prices up, and it's just, it just winds me up, and I think what winds me up more than the fact that people do it is the fact that they masquerade as collectors, and I don't like being kind of thrown into the same sort of pot as these people. Everybody makes a bit of profit here and there if you want to do wheeling and dealing and blah 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 blah. Nothing against that. I do that. I'll buy bundles and I'll pick some games out and I'll sell it on. But it's people who are like I said, they go out and they overpay. Like, say they spend 150 quid on something that's worth 80 quid, just because they want it right now. They don't want to wait. And then like 2 weeks later, they're like, I'm skint, so I want like 170 quid for this. It's like, no, you fucking fucked up. You're gonna have to take a loss on it.
Does it annoy you as well, Pete? That obviously, there seems to be people out there, certainly within the sort of Facebook groups, that have stacks and stacks of said shit, but don't know anything about said shit.
Sorry, sorry, mate. I missed the end of that.
I said,
so it kind of went dead.
I really find that with a lot of the Facebook groups, there seems to be a lot of people that seem to take like trophy pictures of their collections.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is what I've got. They stand behind. You might know where I'm sort of going with this, Pete, but they'll stand behind stacks and stacks of consoles, and oh, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, but their actual knowledge is they don't have any fucking knowledge. They're not a fan of the brand, or they're not a fan of the company, or they're not a fan of a specific type of game. There just seems to be a lot of people out there, certainly not not so much in sort of Galaxy Sega, but in, like you say, the cunt groups, where they sort of flounce themselves in these front of these collections, but they don't really have any sort of passion or desire for it, really. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I've even seen a few people lately sort of announce, I've got no interest and no passion for it. I just collect them. Like, like, I'm a collector, leave me alone, I'm not a gamer. And it's like, look, if you are a collector, you can still have passion about the game. Like Tootie, he's more of a collector than a gamer, isn't he? He does play games, but he's like, heavily a collector. But he's got knowledge and he's got passion about doing it. It's not just like rake him in, take a photo, and then, it's totally different, isn't it?
I think to be on YouTube, you've got to have knowledge and you've got to have passion. And I think we've all been on YouTube long enough. I think we've all come across new channels that maybe might only have a couple of subs, but they'll display their games, but you can suss them out within a couple of minutes that they don't actually have a clue what they're talking about.
Yeah, they might have a couple of subs, or they might have a couple of thousand.
Yeah.
But where they're like just holding it up and say, I've got this.
Don't know what this
got
is.
This.
Don't know what the fuck
But
this
not like that. Not actually saying anything about it. Got this. Got this.
Yeah.
I know a few of those.
Yeah, I think to be part of the sort of to really, I think to be in YouTube, you've got to have that sort of, like, it is nostalgia driven, and you've got to have sort of enjoyed it. I think personally, you've got to have enjoyed it at that time, and I think you've got to have had that, or you've at least got to have that sort of knowledge to sort of appreciate it. I think otherwise, you will just, people won't really watch your videos. I think, I don't know what the guy's name is, but there is a guy who literally produces videos on a mammoth scale. We do pickups videos once a week. I mean, he's not really part of the general community, and he's still got quite a few. He's got quite a low-level subs, but some of the stuff he's got is really, really like high-end stuff. I mean, he's got like Deep Fear for the Saturn. He, some real choice titles that he had when he had his Saturn collection, and it was like he didn't really seem to have any fucking clue what he was talking about, though. And it was. I'll send you a link to his videos, though. You might have come across him, but I'll PM you.
I mean, personally, like, when I discover a new channel and I'm a stickler about certain things, as you may know, so, I don't like people begging me for stuff, like subs and likes and all, and what to watch. If I want to watch and like, I will. I don't like people uploading like crazy, like every day. Because I've got too many subs, too many subscriptions that I watch. I can't be clogging that up. It's too much as it is.
I don't know where to get the content from to do that.
Well, it's called like, it's called benefits. So they have all the time in the world to sit at home in front of the camera and just show a load of old tat that they found by trawling a that's my guess, anyway. But yeah, I think, going back to what you were saying, I think knowledge is something I really look for in the channels, to be honest. I appreciate it when people are knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Just quickly going to the comments, guys. Sorry. Ryan Connors is here from Galaxy Sega. Hello. He says, "Hey fellas, preach, brother." I assume that was when I was having my little moan. Kenny Hassan saying, Kenny's saying it's the mugs who collect, thinking that they're going to be having a retirement fund. So that's another one, isn't it?
Just
that's it.
I've just sent you the link, by the way. Just sent you the link. So.
Oh, cheers. But yeah, sorry, I interrupted someone there. there's the link, vibrating away. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just lack of effort winds me up more than anything with new channels. When you see, Scott Brand's here as well from Galaxy Sega. Hello, Scott. Yeah, I think when you find a new channel and they're just, I mean, I don't want to like be rude, to anyone, and I'm not thinking of anyone specific, but like for example, when I started YouTube, I thought, you know, I'll be lucky if I get involved sort of in the community at all. But you know, put a bit of effort in and hope it happens. And I think a lot of people think if I just start a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter what I do, but then I'm automatically like in the gang. Or like whatever. And it's like, well, not really. I mean, the big thing is, like, I watch a fucking lot of YouTube, and I always comment, and I always, you know, I'm always watching stuff, even if I'm not commenting. And I find with quite a few people, they don't watch anyone else's stuff, and that's the one, isn't it?
Yeah, that bugs me. Yeah.
I think you. I'm not going to name groups or anything, but obviously I've said to you, Pete, that you know, in our sort of Facebook YouTubers group, on, you know, there seems to be quite a lot of channels which you haven't got a clue who they are, and but they don't really want to seem, like you say, they don't really seem to want to interact with the community. You know, the community is about, you know, leaving comments, leaving likes.
That's definitely what's like.
Your face out there, doing trades with people. And I've done trades with both of you two guys in the past. Building that rapport. You know, you might not meet these people, you might not see them on a daily basis, but you've got that relationship with them. It's not just about just sitting behind a camera and unboxing a video and going, I've got this, thanks for watching.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not that's not what it's about. You know, it's about putting yourself out there, and you know, and I do get that sometimes, you know, it isn't. You know, there are people out there that, for whatever reason, maybe confidence, it might be their job. You know, they can't really have their face on the camera. But there, you know, there are people like Duncan Woody Weeble who does get involved, but there are others who don't, and it's kind of like, it doesn't. I think if you're sitting behind the camera, you've got to make more of an effort to try and get into that, because people don't know who they're talking with.
Yeah, but I think Duncan's a great example there, because he's never shown his face, but because he's like a community player.
Well, Dahl, really, ain't it? But I know Dahl.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
We know who Dahl is.
Yeah.
So when I met Dahl and Duncan at Blackpool, you know, straight away getting on with them, because, you know, you've got you can either have the games sort of as a link, or you can have that kind of thing that's sort of kind of beyond that, and it's like friendship. So like someone was saying to Lee, Retro Gamer Addict, maybe if he's watching he can tell me who it was, but they were saying, like in Blackpool, turn up, but you've got to put yourself out there. You can't be sort of sat in the corner, and maybe it was Stu said it, was it? But it's the same on YouTube. You can't just put yourself in a corner, which is, say, metaphorically your channel, and not put yourself out there, because how is anybody going to get to know you? So when you're watching people's channels, kind of, you've got that games thing of interest, but then they're also your friend. And that's the kind of thing with Blackpool. You could take away the games from the event, and it would still be a bunch of friends meeting up. And I think people kind of miss the point of that, and they just think that, you know, making their videos just flashing up games is enough, which it isn't.
Well, it's like going to like a party, isn't it? It's like going to a party. If you go to a party, you don't know anybody, you're not going to know anybody by the end of it if you just sit in a corner eating cake and jelly, are you? You've got to go around, you've got to mingle, and you've got to talk to people. That's kind of what it's like, isn't it, really? So.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I think as well, I mean, you'll probably agree with me on this one, Pete, that, you know, there is a tuber who literally does 1-minute videos, and I've left comments on his videos saying you need to put not more effort, but you need to put a bit more pizzazz into your videos to really grow, you know, get people who know you are, know who you are. And obviously that was a month or so ago. There's been various videos that are literally, you know, 30 seconds long, and it's like that.
I actually, coincidentally, I unsubscribed from. I mean, I don't like unsubscribing from people, because I like to support smaller or new channels, like the same way people supported me. But I unsubbed from him on Wednesday, 2 days ago, because twice I wrote really, really polite comments saying, look, could you speak up and, like, you know, just put a bit of effort in or whatever. But, like, really, really politely I was.
Yeah.
And he chose to ignore it, and I just thought, fuck it, I'm going to unsubscribe because it's pointless.
I'm going to say, it's not like you're being mean, you're just trying to be constructive, aren't you? Trying to give a bit of encouragement and getting more comfortable with the camera and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think people take it like you're probably being a bit offensive, even though you're not, do you know what I mean? I think they'll probably think you're going to go at them.
It's hard to do, isn't it? It's hard to say something like that without sounding like a dick.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But like you say, if he's not listening to the feedback, then how can he expect the current subs that he's got to remain with him?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's
I mean, I think personally, I would say, I think since I've been on YouTube, that the gentleman in question is the laziest YouTuber.
Oh yeah, he wins hands down, and I know some really lazy ones.
Yeah, that is literally just, you know, 1% effort, you know.
Like, basically, just to sort of explain Shockz, it would be like if I said, yeah, got this, down the shop, whatever, for a minute, and then, like, that's it.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck,
He will basically, he'll go to boot sales, and I mean, I think there was like a PSP bundle or something, and it was like, oh, I picked this up from someone at work, and it was £50, and that was it. There was that awkward silence as well, and it
You're
was
joking.
like, oh no, it was a Vita.
Oh,
Vita, sorry.
Sorry, I thought your mic actually cut out there. I thought it was.
No. That was what it was like. That is what it's like. There's the Vita.
Oh right.
I mean, there's some interesting games. You know, there's like Japanese JRPGs or something like that. So talk about that. Talk about why you wanted it, why you went for it. You know, what games you're looking to pick up for in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I mean, I could fucking go to Argos and look at a PS Vita picture. I don't need to look at a PS Vita on a bed on YouTube, mate. You know, it's like.
I mean, some people don't like pickups at all, do they? Which is understandable. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But you know, I do expect a little bit of a chat.
Yeah, but I mean, there are people out there.
I'll tell you what, I'm not really.
Obviously, you know, JL76 Gaming, John, he doesn't do pickups whatsoever, does he? He's just purely interaction with the, you know, live streams and with the sort of retro link community, really, isn't it? So, you know, there are channels out there that have got no pickups whatsoever, you know.
Yeah. I'm just going to go to the comments, guys.
Yeah, they have been neglected, to be honest.
They have, yeah. Matt Soulfront Retro is here. He got here a while ago. Sorry, Matt.
Hello, Matt.
Hello. I got a message on WhatsApp from Richard Turner, who is watching. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Rich.
He said he can't comment on his iPad. We've got Sean True Marvellous here. Hello, Sean. Lee Retro Gaming Addict saying, there's nothing wrong with short videos. My mini reviews are only about 40 seconds long. However, you know, they're funny and they're, you know, they're witty and there's actually a point to them. It's, you know, it's not. They're
exactly. They're actually doing something with that 40 seconds.
Yeah, they're deliberately short, aren't they? You know, that's the whole point of them.
Yeah. It's like Danny in the 16-bit Brothers does his 1 minute master system, doesn't he? And
yeah, right.
Yeah.
He gives a good overview of, you know, the game and what it meant to him as a kid and what his review, and you know, it's clear and concise to the point. You know, and he's put effort in. You know, capturing the footage, playing it, talking over it.
Gashead Steve is here as well, guys.
Oh, I love Steve.
Yeah, we all love Steve.
Oh,
Steve.
He says, "Hey guys," and then he says, "Wonder who you're talking about, Scott." Lol. So he knows we're talking about him, obviously. And we've been caught out, guys. I didn't realise you were watching Steve. Sorry, mate.
Soz, mate. So.
Yeah. Sean True Marvelous saying he doesn't watch pickup vids, but he doesn't mind people doing them, which is fair enough. That's one thing. You know, well said, Sean. I don't know why anyone would mind people doing anything. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it, do you? So there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really watch gameplays much, to be frank.
No, I don't.
I'll say that. And Kenny has them
really
saying.
I'm not a big fan of unboxings. I'm not really a fan of.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my fucking Star Fox unboxing was fucking awesome.
How many do you watch?
It's like we know what's in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kenny has them saying, "Ha! I need to see these vids." So he's craving watching some of these shit pickup vids. So I'll send you some links to a few channels, Kenny, on Facebook.
Dude, you can be Kenny can be the replacement sub for UP.
Yeah, he can. Yeah.
I did a trade with Kenny when I was selling off all my Saturn stuff. I think it was Ken.
Yeah, he's I think he's 192 games into his Dreamcast set now. He's nearly done.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, not bad. Sean is saying, "Holy shit, it's a game in the box."
yeah, exactly. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
It's like when people do pickups in the like, say if it's, I don't know, Saturn game, and then they show you that it's got a disc in it. It's like, well, we expect the disc to be in there. Do you know what I mean? It's like.
Or if you're risking retro and you show the game and it hasn't got a disc in it, and you're like, what the fuck? He's done that 2 years on the trot at Blackpool videos now.
He's got a character, ain't he, Rich Kid?
He's amazing. I was saying to him, like, when we were driving back from Blackpool, I said to him, like, he's just always happy, and that's what's so endearing.
Yeah, no, it faded him, does it?
I tell you what, I really enjoy is like his charity store pickup videos.
Yeah.
They can be quite long sometimes, and you do need to sort of skip a few minutes, but they are quite enjoyable to watch because, you know, it is like the charity shop hunt. You know, you don't know what you're going to find, and they are quite. It's quite good seeing someone's. I mean, I'd love to see sort of Stu actually take footage of the booter.
Yeah.
Obviously, he comes out with these.
Yeah, so would I. Yeah.
Doesn't he? And you know, about, you know, this Doris or him, you know, or the lizard, and it'd be good to sort of visualise what Stu's day would be like down the booter.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I tell you who does boot sale vids really well is Kevin Wolford, where he dubs the audio over it. They are great, and what he does is when there's nothing happening, he kind of speeds up the video, so I've seen waiting. Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really. I don't find Let's Plays entertaining or live streams.
No.
I know that
You're in one.
No, sorry, like gameplay live streams.
Yeah.
It's like, I know the.
Oh right, yeah.
What the guys, the Game Shed, they do a lot. And I mean, they're nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other guy's name is, but I know Mark, and he's
Jamie.
Nice. Yeah, I know Mark. I don't watch them a lot, but they both seem like nice chaps. But I don't really find watching, you know, a PS4 release that too entertaining. I don't mind watching someone play.
I'd rather just play it myself.
Yeah. I don't mind watching someone do like gameplay footage of a game and then uploading it, maybe for 5 to 10 minutes or so. I'll watch that.
Yeah.
I don't mind, you know, these sort of like live stream gameplay things.
Well, they're a million times more popular than what we do.
Yeah, it seems to be. The kids are down with it, ain't they? So,
yeah.
It's just Minecraft.
The kids are down with it.
Yeah, but that's where you're aiming, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I watch one guy who does playthroughs, and that's it. A guy who does Fallout playthroughs on like really hard sort of rules. But that's it. That's the only one I watch. His videos are amazing. I watch them on lunch, and
I will watch it through, as long as it's got like entertaining commentary with it and stuff like that. But if it's just literally someone sitting there playing through a game, I've got no interest in it whatsoever.
Yeah. If they don't talk, I'm out straight away. Yeah. But the same. I don't enjoy doing them. Like I did. What did I do? A couple of months ago, I did like a Syndicate one, which I kind of maybe I will continue that game. But I was thinking, like, beyond that, I don't have that much interest in doing gameplays, because to me, like my gaming time is sort of my personal time, and to have to talk to a microphone and kind of share it with other people isn't what I want to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think it's for me, you know. Yeah. So moving on, it is Doomsday, Friday the 13th. Did any of you guys pick up Doom?
No, but I cut my fucking arm.
I haven't.
Oh yeah, I saw you cut your arm on a tile.
Yeah, it's fucking nasty.
Inch long.
What's that? Is that
An inch long apparently.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, and then I had a row.
Yeah, it did look rather nasty.
Yeah, then I had a row with our next door neighbour as well. So, all in all, not a great day. But no, it didn't.
Was he the one? Is he the one that stabbed you with a tile?
No, it's Bird actually. So.
Oh dear.
All right.
But yeah.
Can we was round about?
Do what?
Say that again.
Can we ask what you was rowing about?
Oh, apparently I'm doing too much DIY and it's too noisy.
All right. Saw them fucking tiles you're smashing.
Well,
that's
yeah,
fair enough though.
It was.
You're making a racket. It's fair enough.
I was tired. It's like a fucking. We've had a boiler, new tiles, new kitchen, new doors fitted. It's like fucking you know, you're trying to do a house up. There's going to be noise. I don't know. Some people though.
Oh, that's it.
But yeah, did you guys play Doom on anything back in the day, the original?
Played it on the PlayStation.
PlayStation?
Yeah, the SNES.
SNES?
The SNES, yeah, the Super FX one.
So you guys are both punks playing it on console.
I think because back in the day you needed to have like. I think the thing, were they?
Yeah, I played it on PC, mate. The only option.
Yeah. I mean, they look shit compared to PC, didn't they? Like the console version.
Well, yeah. I didn't even have a PC till the early 2000s. So.
No.
I can't remember when we got a PC, but fuck knows.
No.
Kieran Game Boys Are Awesome is here.
I know Kieran.
He says yo with 7 O's.
7 O's.
Have you played the version of Adam?
Say again.
Have you played the Saturn version of Doom then?
I have not. Obviously, I own it, but I've not played it yet.
Love it.
It's meant to be pretty shoddy though, ain't it?
And isn't there a 32X version as well?
The 32X version.
Isn't that supposed to be a good version?
Yeah, 32X version's better by all accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
They cut some levels out of the Saturn version or something.
Probably.
There's a real bad issue with it. It like skips frames. So it's like every time you play it, it's like you're taking one step. Rather than taking one step forward, it's 2 steps forward. So it doesn't flow to it. It's hard to explain, but look at it. It looks really.
It's not hard to explain because it's like watching you on this stream, Scott. Like every time you move, you're like, because Because your camera's a fucking potato, mate.
Can't be any worse than.
Doom Saturn Vision. Yeah, couple of guys in the comments saying 32X was their introduction to Doom. So Sean True Marvelous, Scott Brand said he played 32X, and then the Atari Jaguar version, which I've not played.
That's maybe quite a good version by all accounts there.
Oh, and yeah, Sean says he thinks the 32X version only had 16 levels, and it was like in a window. It wasn't full screen. I don't know if the Saturn and PlayStation versions was full screen, were they?
Yeah, they were full screen. The 32X one was.
Yeah. PlayStation was.
Game Boys are awesome. Kieran says, "Lol, how you doing, guys?" Very well, mate. Recovered from Black Hole.
I'm doing great.
I'm fine. Oh dear. Yeah, it was good seeing Kieran in Blackpool as well. Good times.
I've realised I think there's a bit of lag in there when I talk as well, because I've noticed that I keep saying stuff and then there's a pause. Like that.
Yeah, there is a bit of a lag, but never mind.
Yeah.
Right, Scott, can you man this station? Because I need to get another beer.
Yeah, go get your beer, mate.
Come on, Scott. Take over.
Take over. Let's go to the comments then, shall we?
Let's go to the comment section.
Right, so what we got? Obviously, Kieran. How you doing, guys? Hello, Kieran. Right, Soulfunk Retro. I've literally just been playing Doom 2 through my Xbox One. Game Boys are awesome. Good.
Do you get the original version of Doom on the new Doom?
I have no idea, mate, to be honest. They probably do. They do that sort of thing nowadays, don't they?
Yeah, like I said, they normally like throw it in, don't they? So I was wondering.
So this new
maybe
is it a remake of the original Doom then?
No,
or is it like a sequel?
Like is it a reboot?
Because they did obviously Doom 3 on the Xbox and the PC, didn't they? Like the original Xbox.
Yeah.
So is it like a sequel to that, or is it a remake? I don't know.
Do you know? I thought it was kind of like what they've done with the Tomb Raider thing. I thought it was like that. They just like rebooted it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
Is it on is it only on Xbox One then? Is it on PS4?
No, I think it must be a platform.
Yeah, nowadays it must be.
Yeah.
It's just
it is. It's available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't if I had a current gen console. I wouldn't get it anyway. It's another first-person shooter, and it's just.
I'm intrigued to get it because like the original's just timeless. So
yeah,
it'd be. I think I'm gonna have to go for it, but I don't want to pay top price for it. So I'll wait for it to come down a bit.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of sort of FPSs anyway. I just think it seems like every other game is a first-person shooter nowadays. But yeah, I wouldn't personally. I mean, I wouldn't rush out and get it. You know, what is it? Week, last week there was it Bloodborne or something on the Xbox One.
All right.
That's again another first-person shooter. There's so many of them.
Actually, one thing about the new Doom, it's not online only, is it?
I think there's a.
There'll be a multiplayer mode in it, won't there? I'd imagine there'll be like a one-player mode as well, like a story.
Yeah, but it's not going to be like what they do Battle.
No. It's got a story. It's got a story, definitely.
That's all right then. Yeah.
Like I was really excited for Battlefield, and as soon as they said it's online only, I've literally got no interest. I'll never buy that.
What, Battlefield 1, the new one?
Yeah,
The Battlefront Star Wars one.
Star Wars Battlefront.
How is that online only though? I mean, does it not have a one-player campaign then?
No.
So what?
No.
You sort of contribute to a story-driven mode with other people online.
No.
It's just
no. It's just like
it's just like massive.
Yeah, it's just like a multiplayer FPS, but in the Star Wars world.
Yeah, with no single-player campaign. It's a fucking cop-out.
Fuck that.
But yeah, I was really excited for it because I've got Battlefront 1 and 2 on the play.
Yeah, same.
And obviously they have like the single-player campaigns.
They're really good actually as well. They're really, really good campaigns.
Yeah. Really good. So I was expecting the same kind of thing, but obviously not.
Adam, you just turned into one giant pixel there. Fuck me.
Awesome.
All the streams.
Yeah, you've come back now.
So we've gone from Saturn Vision to
Squiffy Vision.
Saturn Vision to Pixel Vision. Squiffy Vision.
Couple of the guys in the comments.
Is my camera quality better than a potato though?
Marginally. I'd say like sweet potato.
Alright. Oh, nice one.
Maybe like a Swede.
We've got 20 watching and 7 likes.
Fuck me.
I think that's the most likes.
No thumbs down.
You can say, is there not a thumb down? 128 thumbs down.
There's not a thumb down.
Yeah, for anyone watching, Adam is the world record holder for thumbs down.
128, ain't it?
128 in his latest video. Fuck me.
He
got more thumbs down.
I'm going for 200 on the next one.
Yeah, you got more thumbs down than views somehow.
The latest Top Gear.
I've got more fun than people on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the new Top Gear trailer with obviously Chris Evans and Matt LeBlanc. It went live, and within 2 hours, it had 4,000 thumbs down and like 500 thumbs up.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. On a
yeah, but isn't that like the Ghostbusters trailer as well?
Oh, that got downvoted to oblivion, didn't it?
Really?
Yeah, it's like into like the most downvoted video online or something, you know.
Probably that or the Fine Brothers thingy.
Yeah, it must be.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah. The Fine
that got downvoted to fuck, didn't it? Jesus.
Are they still losing subs?
Probably. There was like a load of live streams, weren't there, on how many subs they were losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were they fucking playing at? Trying to trademark React or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think they're trying to trademark it because you can't. But I think they just worded it poorly, to be honest. They were trying to franchise out their sort of idea, weren't they?
They're the ones behind all this.
I'm trademarking Google Hangouts, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shockz World, I'm calling it.
Shockz World. Shockz is potato vision. .com/Sega Saturn.
Swede Vision.
Sorry, Swede Vision.
Swede Vision.
We've got Soulfunk Retro in the comments saying, "Don't buy Doom, wait for Homefront." I wonder why he's saying that.
Yeah, I wonder that as well. I'll tell you what, I'll wait for it if I get a free copy of it.
Yeah, Matt, can you hook us up with a free coffee because we're all big shots? And
yeah.
Imagine how many sales you'll get when my
I'll put you on my cool tubers list.
Of subs watch it. Yeah, I'll put you. Yeah. Tell you what, give me 78% discount and I'll put you on my best buddies list. Number 3.
We're on 8 thumbs up now.
Fuck me, that was because of my last comment, clearly.
Oh.
But yeah, obviously Matt has been slaving away on Homefront, which is... When's Homefront out, Matt? If you tell us. I have Homefront. I've had it for ages, but I've not played it. The one on the PS3.
it seems like quite an interesting game. I don't know a hell of a lot about it, but obviously it's like North Korea and invasion of the US, isn't it, or something silly like that?
I'm not sure. Is it an FPS or is it third person?
I think it's first person shooter, isn't it?
Right. I mean, they're kind of like. Have you seen this hoo-ha with the? They've just released the COD and the new. What's the other one? Battlefield trailers.
Yeah, the Battlefield 1 is set in World War One, isn't it?
Yeah, and everyone, like, particularly on Reddit, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm bumming this fucking Battlefield trailer." Oh, and apparently, I haven't seen the COD one, but apparently it's shit. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah," and like, yeah, but they're still like, are they going to be that different?
No, they never are they?
No, so I
mean, Call of Duty's been the same for about the last 10 years, hasn't it? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think since Modern Warfare, which it's not a bad game, but I think when they started spinning it off to all the various incarnations of it just got silly.
Here's a little gripe of mine.
But to be fair, how can you actually make it better? Do you know what I mean? How could you make that genre better? What could you do? Limited what you can do, so I think it's probably innovating as much as it can be, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. It's a shame that you don't really see. There isn't the sort of variety with sort of game genres nowadays. It's like the guy in Classic Game Room was reviewing the latest Ratchet and Clank for the PS4, and he made a good point. He was saying you don't really see sort of platformers anymore, and he says it's quite refreshing.
No, you don't, do you? Yeah, you don't.
And things like racing games, you don't really see a lot of racing games now, do you? It tends to be really just either
simulators.
Yeah, but it seems to be either third-person epic world adventures, sort of things like The Witcher, or first-person shooters, and that seems to be really the only sort of thing that seems to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know that there are ones out there, but the sort of AAA titles just seem to sort of, they don't stray too far from the well-trodden path, do they? Really?
Well, I think that's like a classic example is an exception to the rule is Uncharted, which I haven't played the fourth one yet. We were discussing earlier that I think one of the reasons it's so popular is it doesn't kind of conform to a lot of these rules of AAA titles. So it's like a third-person adventure. It's got really good story. I was saying to Matt Metropolis the other day actually that it is like playing a film. And I found when I first played the first one and the second one, I was just as keen to progress to find out what happens in the story as much as I was enjoying the game. And I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's
in COD you don't give a fuck, do you? Like the story. Fucking hell. I don't even know what's going on when I play that.
I think that's what makes things like obviously Shenmue so endearing, isn't it? It's like you play the game to progress the story. I mean, if you kind of fall into two camps with Shenmue, you either think, fuck me, this is the most boring game ever. Wandering around fucking picking up, little miniature characters of Sonic. Or you get so engrossed with it, you're like, shit, I've got to be back for bed before Ine-san has a go at me.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what it's like.
Yeah, but I think like the more you can get immersed in a game and the more emotional connection you have, the more likely you're going to get an emotional response from certain parts in the game, and that's what Shenmue does really well, and that's what I always look for now in games. So like games like when I played Fallout 3 and certain other games that kind of draw you in, and they can actually make you feel like, oh my god, you've got an attachment to these characters, and you feel gutted or happy when stuff happens. And I think that's great when that happens in games, and that's something I really look for nowadays, and certainly something that games like Call of Duty are never going to give me.
No.
I mean, I really enjoyed the Tomb Raider reboot.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I love that, and the Rise of the Tomb Raider as well. I've just finished playing through that, and that was equally as great. So,
very similar to Uncharted, though, ain't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's basically like the male version of it, isn't it?
Yeah, they definitely took a lot of cues from Uncharted when they were designing that game, didn't they?
Yeah, and I suppose in turn Uncharted did with the original Tomb Raider, didn't they? So.
And it's got a very good writer. It's is it Terry Pratchett's someone's daughter who does the writing for it?
What, for Tomb Raider?
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, is it Terry Pratchett's daughter?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or it's someone's daughter. I'm going to Google it anyway. But
Google it.
What was I going to say in the comments? Oh, yeah, Matt Soulfrank Retro saying it's a week today that Homefront's out on the 20th. And Dragon 36. Yeah, Dragon 36 is here. Don't recognise that name. But he says 28 versus 32-inch HD TV. Not sure what he's referring to there.
32.
32 every time.
Every time.
Right, I'm going to Google that that name.
Google Facts. Let's have it.
Yeah, it's Rihanna Pratchett, Terry Pratchett's daughter, who's the writer for the Tomb Raider game, the reboots.
Oh, there you go. Like father, like daughter.
Yeah, there you go. So, another great example of good storytelling is, of course, Bioshock. Ken Levine. Absolutely fantastic storytelling in Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite as well. I thought the storytelling was fantastic. Trying to think of some other recent examples that have done it very well, but
it's difficult to play a lot more.
The Last of Us, yeah, really good. I mean, that's Naughty Dog as well, isn't it? Same as Uncharted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like go around saying, "Oh, it's the best game ever," that a lot of people are saying, but it was very good.
No, I actually thought Tomb Raider was better than Last of Us. That might be a bit controversial, but I actually enjoyed it a lot more than Last of Us. But The Last of Us was still a great game, of course. But
we've got a Jenny Hall here who says hello. Bloody hell.
Hello, Jenny.
Hello. It's nice to see a female watching.
Well, yeah.
It's a rarity.
We're on 48 subscribers now as well. That's
we were on 40 earlier today.
Yeah.
I was shocked that we even had 40, to be frank. But yeah, there you go. Life is Strange, he says. Lee really got to him, which I have played briefly, but not played all the way through. But yeah, that's a very sort of engaging game. It's one of those. It's kind of like one of those Marmite games though that you're either going to really enjoy it or you're going to hate. I think. Either of you guys play that? It's called Life is Strange.
Oh, never heard of it.
It's on PC and PS4. I'm not sure if it's on anything else. Yeah, it's kind of got a weird mechanic where you can sort of wind back time a little bit.
I think I've seen it. It comes in like a big box, doesn't it, or a box set?
Yeah. Didn't they do like 20 quid for the limited edition?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's you know, like Heavy Rain. I mean, I'm huge.
That's what I was thinking.
Heavy Rain's another Marmite game, isn't it? Did you guys play Heavy Rain or anything?
Oh, shit!
Yeah, there you go.
Shit!
You think it's shit? You didn't like it? I liked it.
No, it just like I didn't like I'm at this part of the game. And I was opening cupboards and making cereal, and I was like, why the fuck am I doing this? Do you know what I mean? It's like, why am I making breakfast and like checking emails and stuff? I don't want to do that. Playing football with my kid in the yard, fuck off.
Yeah, but there was a point to it if you got through that. There was a point to it.
Have you played Shenmue yet? Because obviously you won it in the
No, I've not played it yet.
Yeah, there you go. So Scott, if he's bemoaning, checking an email and making some cereal, try playing Shenmue, mate. Try playing Shenmue and getting a fucking job and slaving away with a forklift, mate, and then going back and going to sleep and
steer right.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'll probably I might enjoy that though. It's not. It's like I like simulation games, but every rain it's just like fix some cereal, open a cupboard, then do a quick time event, and it was like I was watching a movie. I wasn't playing a game.
No, but yeah, exactly. You were, and it's if you're looking for a game where you're going to be playing the game, it's not for you. And it's an interactive movie. It's not a game. I'll admit that, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like The Wolf Among Us and games like that. You know, like the Telltale games. Yeah, they're more games than that, but they are very much sort of interactive movies. If it's got a good story, I think you can pull it off. But yeah, I like Quantic Dream in general. I liked Fahrenheit on the PS2. I like their stuff.
Was that the same kind of thing then? Was that the same kind of thing as Heavy Rain Fahrenheit?
Exactly. Yeah, that was like their first one. It's called Indigo Prophecy in the US. It's called Fahrenheit over here. But I just played it at random. My mate had it and I borrowed it and I loved it. It's kind of the same. You're kind of investigating shit and you know.
Don't you find though, as you're getting older though, you know, like with jobs and partners or kids or whatever, that you just don't have the time to sort of sink into these games. I mean, I tend to find that I finish work, and by the time the house has gone to bed, it's like 10 o'clock, and I'm knackered, and I'm like, I'm not really in the mood to play games. So traditionally, when I was younger, I would maybe play games, when I finished college or work or whatever. Whereas now, as you're getting older, that sort of prime time is taken up with other activities, really. So to sink, a couple of hours into a story-driven game is not really feasible sometimes. That's why I think, going to retro or going to like an arcade style, pick up and play, shoot 'em up or fighter.
My time's still not that bad because obviously I don't have kids and I don't have a wife to worry about. So I basically go work and then whatever time I've got after I finish work is mine, so I still get quite a good gaming session in. I can, so
so I mean,
but for like you guys that have got kids and stuff like that, I don't know how you get any game time at all. So
very little.
I mean, I've got time, I guess. I haven't played a game for about a month as it is now. Because sometimes you just want to mong and watch like a film, or you want
a box set or something like that.
Yeah, shit like that. Like once I get into a TV show, I will like proper watch like hours of that a night, and I'll do like 10 seasons of that show that I've just discovered in like a week. Do you know what I mean? But same with games. Like I say, I haven't got the time, but then when Fallout 4 came out, and then bang, 150 hours. Do you know what I mean? Easily. So like I make time if I need to make time. Just going to the comments, guys. Pussy Liquor Extreme is in the house.
Hey, the boy.
Hello, mate. Pussy Liquor Extreme is probably my favourite commenter currently on the channels. He does really good comments that always make me
comments,
yeah, brilliant. Who else we got? We got UK NES or NES boy.
That's fellow I work with, Andy.
Oh, hello, Andy.
He's very, very prolific on Twitter. UK NES boy.
Is he?
Yeah, he's got quite an impressive NES collection by all accounts, and but he doesn't want to get on YouTube, so. He's more sort of Twitter based, but hello, Andy.
I'll look you up on Twitter, Andy, later. I'm a bit of a I'm a bit of a twatter on Twitter. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll look you up.
He's mates with Gibbs.
Maybe I won't let you up. No, I'm joking.
Sorry about that, Block.
I got nothing against Gemma. Although Scott, did I tell you I saw old Gemma at Blackpool?
Oh yeah.
And I said, "What's happening, guys?"
I went down like a lead balloon then.
No, she laughed.
Oh, really?
She laughed and just sort of as she was walking off, she laughed. Yeah, Andy is saying it's why it's best to play Super Mario Brothers on the NES. Complete it in 6 minutes. I think 6 minutes is a very quick gaming session. Can you last more than 6 minutes, Scott?
I'm more of a 3-minute man myself. So.
Yeah, same.
3 minutes? Bloody hell, you guys go for a long time.
We're smashing it, mate.
Jesus Christ.
No wonder he's got so many thumbs down. Bloody hell. So all your past lovers coming back to haunt you, Adam.
Yeah, Lothario from Nottingham over there.
It's my award-winning person.
Yeah. So what have you guys been playing of late? Albeit brief stuff or modern stuff or whatever.
I've been playing Fallout 4 as it goes.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, but that game is like I keep thinking I'm gonna go for like the main storyline, and then you find something else you've got to do because you got to help out all these settlements and stuff now, aren't you on it?
Mhm.
And that's crazy time. I mean, I think I spent when did I have to have a day off? I think I had Tuesday off, and I literally spent like most of Tuesday.
Yeah. The problem is you'll have like a main story, and then you'll find like a side mission, and you're on way to that side mission, and you bump into someone, and then you're doing something for them, and you end up with like 40 branches on this thing that you were supposed to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm waiting for all the DLC to come out because I got the season pass when it was on sale. So once all the DLC's out...
I take it you played through the main story then, have you?
Yeah, I played it to completion.
Yeah.
But like drew it out. I left the main story sort of right till last. So I did a 150-hour playthrough. I got the platinum trophy and finished the story. Mm-hmm. But I'm keen to do another 150-hour or so playthrough as soon as possible. But I'm waiting for like some of the DLC to come out so that I can play it using all that stuff, and do different builds.
On the crafting
that they've added as well, wouldn't they?
You what?
I imagine they'll do a Game of the Year edition at some point.
With all the DLC, yeah, they definitely.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
What were you saying about crafting?
I was just saying, what are your thoughts on the new crafting system that they've added to Fallout 4?
It's not perfect, but I do like it. I like crafting stuff, and I love the fact that like in Fallout 3 in New Vegas, I just collect stuff, and you get
Yeah.
Have you played 3 in New Vegas?
I have, yes, yeah.
Yeah, so like you get given a house, you can't build your own.
Don't rush, because Brendan.
Yeah.
And I would just fill it with stuff that I collected. You just collect stuff and you fill it up. So it's nice that like all the junk that you find has actually got a use now.
Yeah.
So that's that's nice. I don't like it as much as previous games, but
it's like when they did it, in Skyrim, when they let you forge your own weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that a bit more. Like you say, it's not perfect, but I do like the way that they've added that into the game. I thought that was a lot, but like you say, it gives those like junk items a purpose, don't it? Now, so.
But I think Skyrim did the crafting weapons and armor very well, and the fact that you can, I love naming my own weapons. That's a great feature of Fallout and Skyrim. I've got some very amusingly named weapons. Yeah. Retro Dave Nintendo's here. Hello, he says evening chat.
Hello, Dave.
Dave.
Good lad is Dave.
Yeah, he's a great lad. Is Dave. Shame he wasn't in Blackpool, but he was gutting a church or something. Heathen.
He guts a lot of things.
He was burning a church to the ground on a Sunday as well.
He probably found a Spectrum in the loft or something.
He probably did, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say, did it have game in the loft?
Oh dear. So what have you been playing, Scott? Anything?
Well, I'm actually on a bit of a Turtles drive at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really. I'm weighing up whether or not to get Turtles in Time. Just unboxed, because again it's like a 50 quid game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brilliant game though.
It is good. I don't think it's a patch on Final Fight or Streets of Rage though. That's the thing. It hasn't got the combat element, I think, but it is obviously it's still a really good game in its own right. But yeah, I've been playing the arcade version of it on the modded Xbox that I've got, so just on the main setup. But it's really enjoyable game. It's just, I don't know, something really enjoyable about playing sort of Turtles games as well. I found, I think it's obviously maybe because it's all linked to your youth as a kid.
It's nostalgia into it.
Yeah. And I mean, there's just something really sort of like innocent about that sort of I don't know, that period of time. I think with gaming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just again, just easy to pick up and play. I mean, you're going from one extreme, Fallout 4, to Turtles in Time.
Yeah. There's no side quests on Turtles in Time, is there?
No, there's not. But yeah, it's just just something easy to pick up and play. And before that, I was playing Nintendo Land with my missus on the Wii U. So I know you two guys ain't got Wii U's, have you?
No.
No, but that's a really good sort of multiplayer.
What actually is it? It's like a party game.
It's really just a technical demo of what like the Wii U can do, like the gamepad. So it's like it's like a good example is you've got a guide Yoshi to the fruit. You can see the fruit on the screen, but on the gamepad you can't see the fruit. So you've got to sort of like draw the line where you want Yoshi to go, and obviously when you click OK, he'll follow your line, and the idea is that you eat the fruit on the screen. So it's quite a good sort of like bit of fun, really. And there's one called Mario Chase, where you've effectively got Chase Mario. One player has the gamepad, and the other player has the TV. One of you's Mario, one of you's like Luigi or something. And you've got Chase Mario, but you can only obviously see where you are, and vice versa. So it's just this fun little game for sort of multiplayer, really. But yeah, I would recommend picking up a Wii U to anyone. And now's probably the best time to get one, because I think they're only going to go up in value, I think.
Well, I'm hoping that when whatever they announce the new one, that I can grab a Wii U like cheap, just before it comes out, console-wise. I mean.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of games I want anyway, like Mario Kart and like the 3D Mario Land or whatever, Mario World or whatever it's called.
Yeah, there are some really good ones like Yoshi Woolly World. Yeah, that's good. Obviously, Hyrule Warriors is pretty good as well. Even things like Captain Treasure. What was it? Captain Toad, like the little.
Oh yeah, Treasure Tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Treasure. Yeah, that's it.
Spent hours on that. Again, really good game. Pikmin 3.
Because I wasn't interested in the Wii U until I actually played on one. So.
Yeah, it's well worth picking up.
But now I've played on one. I think they're a great console.
Yeah, I think you can probably get like the basic white one for probably about 150 quid, maybe even 100 quid nowadays. I think it's the games. I think it's the games that are quite expensive.
I'd consider 100 quid maybe. It's like the PS Vita. I really wanted a PS Vita for ages, but I want to spend like 50 quid, You
need to speak to Ed.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should actually.
How much do Vitas go for then?
About like 80 to 100.
Yeah, they still hold their money, don't they?
Yeah. The problem is as well though, You got to fork out for a fucking memory card because they don't take like SD cards. They take the proprietary fucking Vita card, which is a JIT.
Oh no.
So that costs you like another 30 sheets, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's going to be quite a difficult console to collect for in the future because, again, some of the games, you know, are quite pricey on it. You know, the ones you want to play, like say Retro City Rampage previously. You know, that's
I can download it. You know, I'm not that bothered.
Yeah.
I think if I got Vita, I mean, because I've had PlayStation Plus, obviously I've got a ton of Vita games that I own. Probably like 20 or 30 Vita games that I own, and no Vita. So if I got one, I could download loads of games and not have to worry for a good while, you know.
Yeah, because it plays the physical cards, doesn't it? The PlayStation Plus, I think. Oh, I'm thinking of PlayStation TV.
You're thinking of TV. I do have that as well. But I just mean I own a lot of the games that I got free with PlayStation Plus subscription.
Yeah.
But I do have PlayStation TV, so I can play some of them on that. But I haven't actually tried that yet. I just got that so I can play Fallout 4 upstairs, basically.
Well, the Uncharted and Killzone are meant to be really good on the Vita.
I've played the Uncharted on a mate's Vita. It is very good, actually.
Yeah, it's meant to be really just as graphically as good as anything the PS3 can really throw about.
Yeah, when you play it and you realise it's on a handheld and you're like, fucking hell, it's nuts. It's better than like PS3 graphics, for sure.
Yeah, it does look amazing.
And it's like its own game. It's not a port, is it? It's a standalone game.
Yeah.
Golden Abyss or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Retro Dave Nintendo saying, haha, no retro games in the church, but he did find some pipe lagging in the basement and a few skeletons in the ground.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Paul C says, hey all, what have I missed? I didn't realise he'd gone, Paul, but I don't know what you've missed. You missed this and that. Then we have Emmanuel. We have Emmanuel Hernandez, who says, no disrespect, but there is a roach on your wall, my brother. So one of us has a roach on our wall, apparently. So, Emmanuel, who are you referring to, mate? It's an interesting Spanish or South American name there.
Anal fan, apparently.
Sorry? Arse anal fan, there is a roach on your wall.
No, I don't know.
Arsenal.
Scott, I didn't know you were a fan of Arsenal.
Who is it?
Arsenal.
Emmanuel, are you English or are you?
Well, he's got a Tottenham logo.
Yeah, I realise that, but he's got an exotic name, so.
Yeah, he's got Tottenham as
Arsenal.
The cock on the ball as his logo, so I'd imagine he's.
He's winding you up.
Yeah, I think he's a bit of a troll, to be honest. So.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I'm all for that. What's happening with Arsenal? Anything?
Well, they're shit.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Simple as that.
Aren't Spurs doing all right or something?
Yeah. Good on Spurs, you know.
I don't know anything about football, mate. I just hear what a couple of other people say in the office.
To be honest, I'm not into like fucking disliking other teams or anything. You know, it's whatever really.
I tell you what's funny. I just spilt my beer everywhere. What's funny is most of the stuff I know from football is what like a couple of women at work say about football. So that says it all, really. I need to get some chips off this beer that I just spilt all over the floor. So I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, no problem, mate. I'll carry on with the comments then.
Yeah, go.
Right, so we're going True Marvellous. Do you think they are dropping the Wii U far too quickly, though? No, I don't think so. It's kind of dead in the water, unfortunately. I think they've given it a fair shot, and I think after really 4 years, 3.5 years, if it's not going to catch on now, it's not going to catch on at all, really. Yeah. Similar to the Saturn, really. I mean, they just have to cut their losses. You know, they can't just keep making a console that's not selling.
I mean, do most places don't even have a Wii U section now, do they? So.
No, not really. Only game. And again, it tends to be hidden behind all the amiibos, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, I noticed my local Tesco's has got like a really narrow kind of like one tier of Wii U games.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Well, I mean, our local Tesco's has had a Wii U game for it's only had one Wii U game in it for 6 months, and that I can't remember the game. I think it's one of the dance stage parties or whatever, and they've literally had that game in there for about 6 months, and it's the only Wii U game that they've got in stock.
Scott, if you can't afford it, I'll lend you some money.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not one of these people that have to buy the shit games for a full collection.
He's already got that one.
Like me, yeah.
Yeah, or both.
Yeah.
And I was just carrying on with the comments though. So we've got obviously True Marvelous again says the issue with the Wii U, the issues the Wii U is having could easily transfer to the new machine with the added issue of pissing off the Wii U users who feel their console has been dropped way too early. Well, yeah, I mean, it's basically the same as what happened with the Dreamcast, isn't it, really? But Nintendo were in a much better...
Do you reckon it will be backwards compatible with the Wii U?
No, I don't think so.
You don't reckon it will?
Well, not if the rumours are true and it's cartridge-based. Or SD.
If they were to make it backwards compatible, they'd have to release the thing, wouldn't they? The controller.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you'd have one already.
Oh yeah.
I think they had their fingers burnt with the Wii U. You know, they made such a big thing of, you know, making it a direct sequel to the Wii. They've had their fingers burnt with it, haven't they? And I think they're just going to cut their ties with the Wii brand and just start afresh, really. I mean, obviously, it is...
I'm thinking because like the Wii U's not had a very big run. I think if they did make it backwards compatible, then that might be a lot better. Do you know what I mean? That would be nicer for the Nintendo boys, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, but then again, you look at the PS3, that was backwards compatible originally with PS2 and PS1, and I don't think, and then obviously you look at how successful PS3's been, I don't think that was ever really a massive selling point. I mean, I know that all PS3s will play PS1 games, but the fact that they played PS2 wasn't really a selling point, was it, really?
Mm.
And for a much more successful console as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, good point.
I mean, it depends how many Wii U's are they still going to be selling when that comes out, because they were selling a lot of PS2s, like a lot when the PS3 came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they've only sold 10 million Wii U's in 3 years.
Yeah.
So I don't think they'll probably do it as like downloadable games, I reckon. But they need to get their shit together, Nintendo, in terms of online. You know, I know you two ain't got a Wii U, but it's like, I don't know if you're familiar with how like I imagine you both had a Wii at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Obviously, did you download?
Yeah, after alone one.
Yeah. Did you ever download games from the eShop, the Nintendo eShop, like the old school?
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah. This is how fucked up Nintendo's policies are. It's like on the Wii U, if you boot it up in Wii mode, you can go into the Nintendo eShop as the Wii U is impersonating a Wii, download, say, Mario Brothers for the NES, but yet that won't show up in the Wii U operating system. It will only show up in the Wii operating system. So all those downloads that you might have downloaded for your Wii, they're not compatible with your Wii U. Does that make sense? So it's not like you download something on the PS4 and you've got also the Vita version of it, you know, or PS3 and you've got it on PS4. It's literally, you know, and it's the same with the DS. It's like if you download one of these, you know, indie titles, like say Shovel Knight on the Wii U, you then have to rebuy it on the DS. It's bullshit, and it's like they're so far behind. It's embarrassing.
I think I might have some Wii games, Wii U games, like codes if you want them. Remind me later and I'll look them up and you can have them.
What, for download games?
Yeah. Because I bought a bundle and it had some 3DS stuff in that I wanted, but obviously I don't have a Wii U, so no use for those.
Fire them over. But yeah, they need to get their house in order with the NX. I mean, otherwise, people nowadays, if their online ain't up to standard, then they're not even going to bat an eyelid at it. I think gaming nowadays is so driven by online multiplayer, and they can't even get their shit together. For online, it's like Mario Kart. You can't even talk. Like you can't talk. You can only talk in like the lobby, waiting for like players to come in and out. That's only
really?
Right. Yeah, you can't.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't talk during a game. It's so backward. Same in Smash Brothers as well. You can't talk during a fight. It's just you can only talk in the lobby.
Right. That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it must be deliberate.
Well, I think they put like sort of restrictions in place to sort of protect everyone's delicate ears. But I mean, we'll put restrictions in place for adults, controlling their kids or something. Don't lead people down the garden path holding them hands. That is, like I said, they're just. I love Nintendo, but they ain't got a fucking clue sometimes of what they do.
Yeah.
Where's he gone? He just disappeared.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's writing an angry email to Nintendo, expressing his displeasure.
Possibly.
Yeah. Richard Turner just messaged me on WhatsApp saying I look tired.
What time's your bedtime?
Because I had a long week, man. I was like, fucking hell. I thought, when I got home from work, I thought, shall I have a nap before 9, before the stream? Do you know what I mean? One of those. Well, I didn't in the end. I had shit to do, but...
You're paying for it now, then?
Yeah, that's it. I'm alright. I feel alright, I'll rest on the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, Stu saying wind it up, pal, I think. So...
Yeah, I think...
Should we go to 5:30 and then see if he comes back?
Yeah, we'll go to 5:30 if he comes back, and we'll wrap it up with him here. And if not, that's it. But yeah, I don't know what. I mean, going back to what we've been playing, I don't know what I've been playing. I've been playing that Lego Marvel on PS4.
Oh yeah.
Which I've had for like a year, and I only just got around to playing. But it's decent. I do like those Lego games, but they do get a bit like repetitive.
I've never played one, to be honest.
They're really good. Yeah. I first played the Star Wars one and got really into that Star Wars one. But yeah, they can be a bit sort of grindy after a while.
Yeah, they all seem to be quite samey, I think.
Yeah.
But again, it's like quite weird how, back in the day, how if a big film come out, you knew, they would never dream of not releasing even just a shit game to go with that film. Whereas nowadays you don't get it. You get a Lego version of that film.
Yes, I mean they're definitely making serious money. They've got like every big franchise on, haven't they? Like Marvel, DC, Star Wars, everything.
Yeah, there's Jurassic Park one, wasn't there? And
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Fucking everything. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, not a lot really.
No.
Like I said, I haven't really had the time. It's hard, isn't it? Juggling YouTube and this, that, and the other, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, when you got like a career and family and whatever else, it's just joys of getting old, ain't it? Really?
Yeah. I think we're going to wind up shortly, Adam. While you were gone, we were just discussing.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, you're right. I said you were probably writing an angry letter to Nintendo, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my phone just died. Sorry about that. So.
Are you actually on your phone?
Yeah, it was plugged in, but obviously because it was going through like the laptop, I don't think it was charging quick enough. So. 'Cause, 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 But I plugged it into the mains now, so.
Shall we go to the comments, Pete, just to...
Yeah, there haven't been many comments. It's just Sean, True Marvelous, saying he thinks the new machine, Nintendo, will be the same as the Wii U. Oh, no, he thinks it will go the same way as the Wii U has. He's hoping he's wrong, as he loves Nintendo. They got lucky with the Wii tapping into the non-gaming and shovelware crowd, but the last few consoles haven't been that successful, excluding the Wii. I think that's true. Maybe it was a lucky one with the Wii. Yeah, I mean, I think they need to drastic change to have any success with the next one.
Yeah, I mean, the ideal situation really for everyone as a gamer. I mean, I'd say every retro or hardcore gamer loves Nintendo, but the best situation would be for a Nintendo console to have the Nintendo exclusives that everyone loves, but also the great third-party stuff that you get on your Xbox One and your PS4. And if you got that, I mean, as good as Uncharted 4 is, if you got that all in one package, that would sell, but they can't seem to sort of marry the two together.
Just give us a SNES 2. Just give us a SNES 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's weird because back in the day, Nintendo had such strong third-party links, with the SNES and the NES. And since the 64, it just sort of died off, really, didn't it? Their relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, can you ever see in the future Nintendo going the way of Sega and just producing games for other systems?
No, I don't think so. I think they're too rich.
Yeah, that's true. They've got like 40 billion, sort of nest egg, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Well, I think it's 10 billion they're sitting on.
Okay.
And they're not. I mean, realistically, Sega were in a dire financial situation. They needed, the CEO when he on his deathbed to bail them out, didn't he? He gave them like $650 million loan or something.
Yeah.
Just to save them. But no, I don't think Nintendo ever will. I think it's a strange one to sort of put your finger on where you can see Nintendo going, because that when Sega was in that situation, that was their only sort of route to sort of survival, really. But Nintendo haven't got the need to sort of go that way. So I don't really know where they'll go. I don't know. I think if the NX is unsuccessful, I don't know, could they release another console? They might just go handheld only.
Maybe. I mean, they do handhelds very well, so that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
No, but then again, you say, well, handhelds are dying off because of things like the iPhone, ain't they? So it's like, it's a really difficult one to put your finger on. There's definitely a market for consoles out there. You look at like I said, the PS4 and the Xbox One, but they just need to get some way around it. I don't know. It's a really tricky question where you can see there. Everyone always says, "Oh, you can't ever rule them out," and I don't think you can. They'll come out with the NX, and blow your socks off with what they're planning. But
I'm hoping they do. I hope they do.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts, guys, before we wrap up?
Go on, Ed.
Go on then. No one wants to say anything, because I'll just.
Well, so at least we haven't had all the. You haven't brought your fan club out with you tonight, have you? So.
Yeah, we can be grateful for that.
Yeah. Bed by now, so.
Yeah, they're all tucked up in bed because the institution gets locked down about 9, doesn't it, and all lights off.
That's it, yeah.
I think they're all knackered from pumping each other or something, aren't they? So.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, cheers for coming on, Adam. Much appreciated.
Yeah, no problem. Been great.
Yeah, nice to have you.
Yeah.
And thanks to everyone who's watched. Yeah, decent number, I think.
Yeah, it's been. I don't think the comments have been as flowing as what they've been, but I think obviously we didn't really promote the.
No, it was last minute, wasn't it? So.
We haven't really put any trailers or anything out, have we? Sort of trying to get the.
Oh, fuck's sake.
But Shockz was a big enough draw for enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
But yeah, nice one, guys, and I'm sure we'll be doing another one at some point in the future, soonish.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, cheers, Adam, again. Much appreciated.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Nice one. Right. Good night, guys.
Yeah, take it easy, chaps.
See you, everybody.
See you later.
Good night.